4 months ago, I spent 2 days doing a full detail on my wife's 4Runner, including a one-step paint correction and applying cquartz 3.0 ceramic coating. The vehicle's been outside every single day, getting beat up by the Florida sun, getting rained on, and heck, we even had a quick little hailstorm. So this coating has been put to the test, and I've only washed it one time in the last 4 months. So today we're gonna find out, is a ceramic coating really worth it? The last time I washed this vehicle was probably in November, and I'm shooting this video at the end of February. We've had a ton of pollen over the last couple of weeks, and every time it rains, that pollen just comes right off of the paint, which is really handy because some of the other vehicles that we have, the pollen is just hanging on there and getting built up, but not on this one. You know, you're starting to get some of that dirt build up. Now I'm gonna touch it, but we're touching it down low, so you're not gonna see any swirl marks. It is kind of dingy, as you can see that line I just made with my finger. But overall, the presentation of the truck is pretty dang clean. We even have a nice little heart from my 7-year-old. At least he knows to draw below the body line. This vehicle has a ceramic coating on it, and we're gonna find out, is it hanging on in the Florida sun after the last 4 months? Now, what I like to do when I haven't washed a vehicle in a while is do like a pre-rinse, kind of blast off all the sand, dirt, mud, whatever we got built up on the paint. Now, this should still bead after 4 months. I believe it's like a 2 or 3 year coating. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember the specs on the actual product. Let's see how it performs after being in the Florida sun for the last 4 months. I mean, we got some sheetage going on. It is beading still. Come on in here, let's check it out. So we do still have quite a bit of beading right here. Now in the middle of the hood, probably where it's taking a brunt of the sun, it's sheeting up quite a bit, but as you can see, it is running off of the paint right now. That coat it's actually shrinking as I speak. And it's gone. So beadage is still actually really good. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna do a pre-rinse on the vehicle to get all the heavy dirt and debris off of the paint, and then we can move on to the next step. I'm kind of embarrassed to make this video because I don't wash this nearly as much as I should. I mean, it's my wife's daily, and really doesn't take much effort to do a quick wash on this thing. But man, we just get so busy with working on the other projects that, you know, doing a quick maintenance wash just is not something that's on my normal week-to-week schedule. Looking at the rest of the paint, it's still beading up pretty good. Now here down, it's kind of sheeting, but we do have a lot of, I guess, contaminants, so you would say, on the paint. It's where a lot of that dirt's actually been built up and is hanging on. But up here, it's still looking really, really good. Oh, look, she curbed her wheel. Well, her tire, she didn't curb the rim. That's nice. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next step of the wash. Just gonna hit the wheels real quick, and then we'll move on to hitting this thing with a foam cannon. All right, I'm gonna hit the front here with this bug remover. Kind of helps break up the bug guts. Out here in Florida, we get what's called love bugs, and they can eat through the clear coat of your paint. It's awesome. And they swarm and literally will cover the whole front of your vehicle. But they're not in season right now. All right, gotta move kind of quick because the hood's in the sun. Using the old 2-bucket method. Really helps not add a bunch of swirls to your paint. And I would rather go longer times between washing and have my vehicle dirty and not run it through an automated car wash and wash it by hand than you know, have the paint clean, running it through an automated car wash. But then you get that swirls and holograms and all that fun stuff. that you work so hard to get out of the paint if you're a detail guy like me, which it's a blessing and a curse because I hate it when things are dirty, don't have the time to clean it, you know, all that fun stuff. So you just learn to live with it. You know, after I had kids, I was like, you got to pick your battles, man. Does everything really need to be that clean? And yeah, with 2 boys, nothing's ever clean, man. All right, we're done with this guy. We'll just wash the headlights real quick. If you watch a bunch of detail videos, a lot of the people will say, hey, you gotta wash it with the direction of the wind. Is that true? I don't know. But that's what I'm gonna do because it's easy. I used to go up and down because I heard a theory at one point. It was like, oh, if you wash up and down, the sun, if you do add micro swirls, which you're going to, the sun, when it hits it, it goes down instead of across, so they're not as noticeable. So that made sense to me, and I did that for a while. But this is just easier. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse all that, just because I don't want the soap to dry on the paint, even though I have the whole other half to do. All right, now we got this bottom half washed where a lot of that dirt was built up. Let's see how the water reacts to the paint. I think this is gonna be the real test here. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I never coated the glass. I probably should. Yeah, can you see the water beating now? Probably not. I'm gonna bring you in. Even the hood's beating better now that I got the all the major stuff rinsed off of it. Come on in here and look at this. I remember we had a lot of that sheeting. It's running off much faster now. This is after 4 months with 1 wash and no recharges. Here we go on the side. Remember, it was sheeting up right here. Oh man, it's gonna be hard to tell, but it's definitely beating off a lot faster. Yeah, dude. Yes, yes, yes. Let's hop on the other side, get that side washed real quick, and then we'll hit this thing with a leaf blower and see how that water beads right off the surface. Hoping it does good. Looking very promising right now. Yep, same thing over here. The water wasn't beating, and now it is. Now that I got all that dirt off of there. Looking real good for the ceramic coating. Now here's where it really matters, is how hydrophobic is that ceramic coating after 4 months in the Florida sun. Come on in here and let's hit this with a leaf blower. Here we go. Not bad, but not great. Let's check out the sides. Sides performed a little better than the hood. All right, here's why I said the roof and the hood are not bad, but not great. See, I just blew this whole section, And you see all this water that's left over? Right after I applied the coating and did that first wash, when I hit this with the leaf blower, that was all gone. I mean, there was nothing left on the paint. It still beat it up. So I mean, it's still there, but it's not performing as well as the sides. Let me show you on the sides real quick. So here at the rear passenger side, check this out. It just disappears. That's how the roof and the hood performed. And that could be for a couple of reasons. And the reason I'm thinking that it's performing a little better is because obviously the hood and the roof are gonna take the brunt of the punishment from the sun and the elements. While the sides, they're still gonna be exposed, but they're not gonna be as exposed as the hood and the roof. So, I mean, overall, very, very impressed with it. But the kit that I bought with the cquartz UK 3.0 came with what's called a reload spray. So I'm gonna finish drying off this 4Runner, and then we're gonna reinvigorate that ceramic coating on this old 4Runner. Now that the paint is dry, I'm gonna hit it with this Car Pro Reload. Now this came with the cquartz 3.0 kit, and haven't used it yet, but the general idea is spray on and buff off with a microfiber, and then come back and buff it off again with a separate microfiber. So let's give this a shot. We'll focus right here in the lower section of the hood just to kind of see how this stuff flows out. So we'll spray it on. Buff it off. Come back with a separate towel and buff it off. And it says to check for streaks. And if you don't see any streaks, you're good to go to the next section. Feels slightly slicker. You can definitely feel a difference from here to here where I just applied the product. It's definitely a little more slick. Here you got more drag. So up here it smooths out quite a bit. So I'm assuming it's probably gonna be increasing the hydrophobic properties of the ceramic coating. That makes me sound like I'm smart and know what I'm talking about. Anyway, kind of buff it on there. Buff it off. Yep. Moving on. Got some more paint chips, man. She drives this thing way too much. She drives about 35,000 miles a year. Isn't that crazy? All right. What's up, man? Just finished up the other side of the 4Runner, and I didn't record it because had a kid that came up. He's probably 12 years old. Neighbor kid, never met him before, but came up. I got the dually out right now, and I got the blazer out. So he comes up, he's like, "Hey man, are these your trucks?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I got a problem." And he goes on to tell me about how he noticed the Power Tour sticker on the back of the dually. He goes, "Man, did you go on the Power Tour last year?" I said, "Yeah, man, we were out there with my dually, you know, had a blast." He was like, "Dude, I went out there with my dad this year. It was so much fun." Keep in mind, this kid's like 11 or 12 years old. So I'm like, "All right, yeah, dude." Chatting about the Power Tour. He's telling me his dad's got an Oldsmobile 442 and a 67 Chevelle. And I'm like, "Man, your dad's got some pretty good taste." And I didn't want to record any of it because, I mean, number one, it's like, I don't know whose kid this is. And two, you know, he's a kid. I don't want to like put him on the spot and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a video for the internet, kid." Anyway, I say all that to say this. At the end of the conversation, when he was getting ready to go, I was showing him the blazer and stuff and how it was LS swapped, and he was like, "Man, I really want to do this with like a Charger or Challenger, just throw it on a new like Hellcat frame and have an old body. Like old cars are just so much cooler than the new cars. And new cars, there's just, I don't know, they're not as cool. And I'm like, dude, that gives me so much hope for the future. I had a whole rant about electric cars and whatever a couple weeks ago. Some of y'all may remember. But that conversation really made me think like, dude, like there are kids that are into old hot rods and old cars. You know, you got this kid, he's like coming over to me talking about like all the cool cars that his dad has and the cool cars that he wants and the stuff he wants to do. And he wants to go on a power tour. He wants to spend a week in an old hot rod. Like, you know, like I never thought the conversation was gonna go that way, but that's inspiring, man. Like I really love talking to younger people that have the same passion that I do. You know, I mean, maybe I'm a little obsessed with the truck side of it, but I mean, at the end of the day, like we all have a common goal. Like we all want to keep these old cars and trucks on the road. And the fact that, you know, he's so young and he's already thinking about his first car. It's just so cool to me, man. I wish I recorded that conversation, but yeah, I didn't want it to be, you know, I didn't want to put it out there. I didn't want to put him out there like that. So JJ, if you're listening, man, I appreciate meeting you. And yeah, dude, you're the next generation of hot rodders, man. So if you want to build something, man, build it, drive it, and enjoy it, because who knows how long we're actually going to be able to enjoy these cars and trucks, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I also opened up the garage and was showing him Cookie Monster. He was pretty pumped on that one, man. Because it's one thing when you see a car like all put together that somebody has, but then it's another thing when you go to somebody's garage and they got something completely blown apart. Oh man. That's when you know they're either serious about that hobby or they're a little crazy like me. A little obsessive, if you will. Well, dadgum, it looks like a brand new vehicle. So what are my thoughts? Do I think it's worth the effort and the cost to ceramic coat your vehicle? Well, I think the results speak for themselves here. I think it's absolutely worth it. And I think that using that cquartz 3.0 kit with the reload is really gonna help extend the life of this ceramic coating. I mean, dude, this thing is like, it looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor. And I haven't washed it in probably 3 months, which is a little embarrassing on my part, but you know what? That's real life with kids. And when you're doing, you know, working on cars and trucks and trying to run a channel and traveling all over the place, life gets crazy. You don't necessarily have all the time in the world to keep all your vehicles clean. But at the end of the day, not washing this thing for 3 months and then being able to do a maintenance wash and then hit it with that reload and bring back the hydrophobic properties of the ceramic coating, hands down, it's worth the couple of days it's gonna take to do it. It's worth the $100 and something bucks, because that coating is gonna last you for a very long time. I use a polymer-based wax on my dually right now, and that coating wears out about every 3 to 4 months, and it is a pain to put a polymer wax all over that whole truck. It takes me 4 to 6 hours to do it. Whereas this, I could just take 30 minutes, wash the car, go inside, and I'm good. Anyway, guys and gals, if you enjoyed watching this video, I'd appreciate it if you check this one out right here. Or hey, maybe if you wanna see some of the show coverage I do, maybe check this video out over here, or you could hit that button in the middle and subscribe to the channel. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Man, I gotta do a better job of keeping my stuff clean. Looks good though.